The following Anne Murray special is brought to you by Ford of Canada on behalf of local Ford and Mercury dealers who invite you to see their great-looking lineup of fuel-efficient Ford and Mercury cars and Ford trucks.
Oh, Anne Murray, 15 seconds for curtain, Miss Murray.
Thanks, Scooter.
1, 2, 3.
A 10-year period, you wind up running into people again and again and again.
In fact, it's hard not to recognize Anne.
And if you didn't recognize her, then you haven't watched television, read a paper, or listened to a radio.
Are you in the field of entertainment?
Yes.
She has the ability to make any song she sings her own. And that's the difference between being a singer and being a star.
Here in Canada, we don't toss the term star around lightly.
She just goes back up to Canada and visits the kids.
The young singing star from the Maritimes.
Spring Hill, Nova Scotia.
Very unusual lady. I have known her for many years, and I respect her talent.
She sings great, and she's also a very nice lady.
She burst onto the music scene with an impact that seldom seen in a very complicated and very competitive business. You know her as a Grammy winner.
Gold records.
I've been a fan of yours for a long time.
She belongs to the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, to me, the purest, best voice in the world.
And here she is. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Anne Murray.
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 Anne Murray, I believe.
Anne Murray.
Baby,
can dress her up. There's a wren in the willow wood, flies so high and sings to good, and he brings still what he sings to you. Like my brother the wren and died, well, he told me if I try I can fly for you, and I want to try for you, 'cause I want to sing you a love song. I want to rock you in my arms all night long. I want to get to know you. I want to show you peaceful feeling of my home. Summer thunder on moon bright days, northern lights and skies ablaze, I bring to you. Lover, when I sing to you, silver wings in a fiery sky show the trail of my love, and I want to sing to you. Love is what I bring to you, and I want to sing to you. Oh, I want to sing you a love song. I want to rock you in my arms all night long. I want to get to know you. I want to show you the peaceful feeling of my home. I want to sing you a love song. I want to rock you in my arms all night long. I want to get to know you. I want to show you the peaceful feeling in my home. I want to show you the peaceful feeling of my home. First time that I can remember being aware of having a good voice was when I was about 9 years old, and we were driving in a car someplace, my mother and my aunt-to-be, and I was singing along with Gogi Grant on the radio, singing Come Down From Your Ivory Tower, and Kay, my aunt, said to Mom, I could hear her saying to Mom, Marion, my, she has a lovely voice. I found out about 10 years later that she's totally tone deaf. My oldest brother was an intern, and he worked with a nurse in Halifax who sang on Sing Along Jubilee. And he knew that I could sing pretty well, and he said, well, I must ask her if there's any chance of an audition. And I was in second-year college, and I thought, well, that'd be great for a summer job, you know. Can't beat that, singing for a living. Oh, what a lark. And so I went down and auditioned, and there were several people there. I suppose there were 200 people auditioning. And I was one of the last ones they turned away, and I thought, well, I'm a shoo-in, a real shoo-in here. And I got the letter saying that they didn't need any altos. So 2 years later, I was graduating from college, and I kept getting these phone messages from the host of that show. His name was Bill Langstroth, and I wasn't all that impressed. He was anything but my favorite television host. But he did kind of grow on me, because 9 years later, he became my husband. But here he was, asking me to come down and audition again. And I said, well, I don't think so. And I could hear this silence on the other end of the line. You know, he said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, I've already auditioned. And obviously, I wasn't good enough then, and I don't think I'd be good enough now. And I felt like I was put through, you know. He said, well, if I can tell you that the audition is just a formality. And then I got down there and realized that he was pushing for my getting the spot. So I went through the audition, and I was accepted, and that was that. And that was in the summer of '66. That fellow on the right is Brian Ahern, who ended up producing my first 10 albums. But in '67, I was teaching school in Prince Edward Island. And he kept calling me and sending me special delivery letters and saying, quit the job teaching. Here's my first year of teaching. Quit your job. The time is right for you now to come to Toronto. We got to do records together, and so on. And so I said, he's got to be crazy. This guy is nuts. So about halfway through the year, I made the decision to quit, get into show business, and we got together that summer and did an album. The first thing that happened when I went to Toronto was that I had to go down and get his 2 guitars out of Hawk. The rich school teacher comes up from the Maritimes. I made $4,500 that year, and I had to get his guitars out of Hawk. Best investment I ever made. I'd like to sing you a song right now that I've just finished recording, and I hope you like it. It's called Danny's Song. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. I think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like you and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. The sun is gonna shine above. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Love a guy who holds the world in a paper cup. Drink it up. Love him and he'll bring you love. If you find he helps your mind, better take him home. Yeah, don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. Even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Everything will bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Of course, one of the things that really helped launch my career is my dancing prowess. For a while, people couldn't tell Anne Murray from Anne Margaret. Well, we both have two legs. There's one of mine now. Once I danced in Jamaica, drove the natives wild. Here's an all-star chorus line with Valerie Harper and Ruth Buzzy. Fred and Ginger, you say? Wrong. Ann and Mac. Sometimes I danced with big groups, sometimes little groups like Jim Stafford, Phil Esposito, and Mike Douglas. These guys desperately wanted to go on the road with me. In fact, Phil was prepared to bend over backwards. And if you watch very closely, it's quite possible that you may be able to pick up some of the subtleties that I've perfected over these many years. Hit it, Edward. When trumpets were mellow and every gal only had one fellow, no need to remember when, 'cause everything old is new again. Dancing at Long Island, Jazz Age Friday, way to bring us some more Bacardi. Order now, they order then, 'cause everything old is new again. Get out your white suit, your top hat and tail, put them backwards and forward fail. And movie stars you thought were long dead, heaven framed beside your bed. Don't throw the past away, you might need it some rainy day. Dreams can come true again when everything old is new again. Get out your white suit, top hat and tail, put it backwards and forward fail. Leave Greta Garbo alone and be a movie star on your own and alone. Pass away, might need a some rainy day. Dreams can come true again when everything old is new again. Everything old is new again.
Now, that's my kind of singing.
Well, it should be. I learned it from you. Well, it's kind of embarrassing, but maybe I should explain. When I was a kid, every Wednesday night, I used to sit on the bed, and my mom and dad and a few of the other kids, and watch the Perry Como show with the Ray Charles singers, Peter Gennaro dancers, Perry's pal, Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I used to think,
He's a
boy, does he ever make it sound easy? As a matter of fact, it's almost as though he's lying down when he's singing. You know? But my dad said, I don't think it's quite as easy as he makes it sound. And I thought to myself secretly at the time, wouldn't it be neat? I didn't tell anybody. I said, wouldn't it be neat if someday I could sing with Perry Como? And here we are, fishing.
If you watched all the shows, then you must remember Chibaba, 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 Kukula, Kumba.
No, that was
a
little before my time, I think.
How about Salagadoo, Meshigaboo, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo? You put them together, and what have you got?
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Vaguely.
Vaguely? You must have been listening to Jerry Vale or something.
Oh.
Remember Jerry Vale?
Vaguely.
the gray hair, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible the way he let himself go.
Here's one of yours I do remember. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Never let it fade away.
Very well.
Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. On any day, it's a treat to work with great co-stars. Here I am teaching Johnny Cash some low notes, doing harmonies with Marilyn McCoo and Phoebe Snow. And I stole my hairdo from John Davidson.
But I ain't no use in turning on your light, ain't it? That's a light I never know. Ain't no use in turning on your light, ain't it? Call this little guitar player on the dark side of the road. I will see the stage.